friends, and welcome to another Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes video. This is Thaddeus from Going Nerd, and today we are going to continue our segment on how it works. Specifically, we are going to look at the Elder Zader team. Now, this team consists of Darth Vader, Darth Sidious, Tusken Shaman, Captain Phasma, and the Ewok Elder. For those of you who don't have Tusken Shaman like me, as you'll notice in this video, I am going to be using the Magma Trooper. The principles are the same. I'll go over a little bit why I'm using the Magma Trooper instead of the Tusken Shaman later in the video. Now, this is going to work most effective for Phase 2 and Phase 4 of the HAAT tank raid. Now, you are going to be watching me play this in the basic raid. It is just as effective in the heroic raid. The principles are the same. This team relies heavily on damage over time. The key thing to know about this raid is you are going to need Zeta for two of your characters, Darth Vader and Darth Sidious. Darth Vader, who will be your leader, his Zeta, Inspire Through Fear, reads, Empire and Sith allies gain 30% offense and have a 50% chance to remove 20% turn meter when they damage an enemy. This turn meter removal cannot be resisted. While Darth Vader is alive, enemies immediately regain damage over time for 2 turns whenever damage over time expires. What you're going to want to do is start out with Vader using Force Crush. Deals physical damage to all enemies and inflicts speed down and 3 damage over time effects for 2 rounds. Follow that up with Darth Sidious abilities. Demoralizing Blow deals physical damage to all enemies and inflicts damage over time and expose for 2 turns. This attack inflicts 2 additional damage over time effects on a critical hit. Sidious's Zeta ability, Sadistic Lee, reads Darth Sidious recovers 20% of his max health and gains 50% turn meter whenever any unit is defeated. In addition, he has a 35% evasion against Jedi attacks plus 50% potency and gains max health equal to his potency percentage. Now again, what's most important is his damage over time. The fact that if you throw down damage over time from Darth Vader, then you tack on Sidious's potential damage over time, that's 6 right there. Those 6, when they expire, will immediately be replaced with 6 damage over times. Now, once they get to go again, they'll just keep tacking that damage over time over and over and over again. Now, Tusken Shaman, his basic ability, deals physical damage to target enemy and inflicts damage over time for 2 turns. This attack inflicts an additional damage over time effect if the target was already suffering a negative status effect. So, with Darth Vader, Sidious, and Tusken Raider, these 3 characters inflict potentially 8 damage over time. Throw in Phasma. Now, Phasma is one of our characters that doesn't deal damage down or damage over time, but her Fusillade deals physical damage to all enemies with a 90% chance to inflict speed down. You throw speed down on the tank right before you topple it, you're going to be able to go a lot more often with this team, especially considering you have Victory March, which is Phasma's ability to grant all allies 50% turn meter and advantage for 2 turns. Topple the tank with speed down. Have all your characters go. Use Victory March. All of your characters get to go again. On this second time around, that's when you're going to want to use Vader's Culling Blade, which deals physical damage to target enemy and dispels all debuffs on them. This attack deals 50% more damage for each effect dispelled and grants 100% turn meter on a finishing blow. This attack cannot be evaded. You have a potential chance to have up to 24 damage over times with this team. Each one of them, this attack deals 50% more damage for each one of those effects that gets dispelled with Culling Blade. When you use Vader's Culling Blade, if there are 10 or more or 20 or more damage over time debuffs and you use Culling Blade on the Topple tank, that is going to take off a huge amount of damage on the tank. If you can topple the tank 2 or 3 or 4 times with this strategy, you are going to decimate the tank. This is a very powerful team. Now, when the tank goes untoppled and starts throwing debuffs on your team, what do? Well, you have the Ewok Elder there as a cleaner. Clean up your team, go again. My group right now, I do have Zader and I do have Zidius, but neither one of them are completely maxed out, and their mods are not great. And I did over 1 million in damage just with this. I've seen 2 to 5 million in damage just with this team from some other videos, some other people in my guild. This is a very, very easy team to put together, and it's a powerful team that you're going to want to put together anyways, because Zader is also a pilot. Ewok Elder, I mean, he's an Ewok, he's awesome. Phasma is amazing, and the First Order team that we'll get to later on this month is phenomenal when they're Zaded out, and they are hard to beat. What do you think of Elder Zader? Is this a team that you can put together now? Is this something you'll have to work towards? If you'd like us to do a video on a specific team, leave a comment below and we'll work towards that team. This has been Thaddeus from Going Nerdy, and as always, stay nerdy, my friends.